In a narcissist's eyes, all victims, all people are replaceable, interchangeable, depending on what it is that they can do for the narcissist. In all victims, they are in a never ending competition to prove their worth and their value to the narcissist. So these relationships are they closely mirror a cult, or what I would call a love cult, that narcissists tend to build around themselves to stroke their egos, and they are not exclusive to romantic relationships, and they can exist in families and friendships, in the workplace, and various organizational hierarchies. And love bombing, this is a technique that cult leaders use to groom and to indoctrinate the members of the cult. And it consists of showering someone with constant attention and praise just to get the cult's own needs met. So when members are sufficiently love bombed and indoctrinated into that group, they are then expected to immediately cater to the narcissist's every single desire and whim in return. The love bombed target. This is a role that usually happens whenever first entering the relationship with the abuser or with the narcissist. And whether it means being the new girlfriend or boyfriend of the narcissist, a new employee entering into the narcissistic company, the new spoiled golden child of a narcissistic family, or a fresh face in their social circle. Any relationship with a narcissist, you become a part of that cult like group, because narcissists, they usually truly do have a lot of admirers waiting to serve them at their beck and call. It's astounding, whether they're ex-lovers, crushes, friends, or eventually your own replacement. So the love bomb target, they are the apple of the narcissist eye, and they are presented to the cult or to the harem as the best of the best. And at first, this person can do no wrong. They are given laser focused attention to the exclusion of other members of the cult. And when you are love bombed, you are given starry eyed admiration, excessive praise, and flattery, and you are privy to special favors that other victims aren't so fortunate to have. And due to this, the love bomb target, they usually, through no fault of their own, they become the subject of envy and jealousy and competitions, and sometimes even sabotage from other members of the narcissist harem. And like all other victims, the love bomb target will also eventually be pushed off the pedestal or devalued, although they could possibly and will likely be re-idealized later on if they have something of value. They're going to have a right-hand man or a right-hand woman, and this is their partner in crime, and usually somebody who has narcissistic traits of their own. And unlike the other roles, this one is actually fixed and aligned with the narcissist's own agenda, and you are unlikely to fill this role at all. And this go-to person, they provide usefulness that can be easily replaced because they share this similar unempathetic and ruthless exploitative nature, which can serve the narcissist well, like I said, in their agenda. And as a result, they tend to be kind of a prized, long-standing member of the narcissist harem. And in whatever role that right-hand man or woman plays in their life, they are usually the narcissist's best friend, and they are also a fellow con artist. They conspire with the narcissist to hunt new prey. And however, just like any victim, they too can be replaced with somebody newer and shinier and perhaps more sociopathic once they come along. Your role inside this love cult can change, and fast. And contrary to popular belief, the role that you play in the narcissist harem is not a fixed one, and it can change and fluctuate based on how the narcissist is perceiving your usefulness and their needs. And here are some of the roles that you may play unwittingly to be a part of the narcissist harem. The empathetic caregivers, and this role is usually inhabited by the empathic and compassionate, blindsided, trauma-bonded member of the narcissist cult. And you've got to think of the trauma bond and the Stockholm syndrome here, because these people, they're deluding themselves into believing that the narcissist truly does care about them and their well-being, and are led to believe that the narcissist is truly a good person. And remember, narcissists, they can't just surround themselves with only people only like them. They need people with capacity for empathy, people they can provoke and use as a punching bag and utilize whenever they need them. And so this empathetic caregiver is used to charm new members of the harem, and using this warm and kind of nurturing type presence to ensnare unsuspecting victims into the narcissist web, and they'll coddle them and take care of them emotionally when needed. And these empathic caregivers in the harem, they play an essential role, because the narcissist needs to maintain image no matter how conniving they are. And one way to do this is to surround themselves with people who do have compassion, the compassion that they lack. And this provides proof, quote unquote, that the narcissist is somebody who is supported even by some people who are morally distinct from them. Then we have the ride or die enablers, and this role is assigned to the ones who will ride or die for the narcissist, and they are used to protect the narcissist from accountability and to defend the narcissist's excessive sense of entitlement to literally whatever they want, regardless of who it is they harm, to get what they want. And they may be told they may lie for the narcissist. They may shut down complaints of anyone who dares to question the narcissist, and punish and scapegoat those who do not do so accordingly. They are usually employed as flying monkeys. They are used to bully. They are used to taunt and harass, threaten targets, and anybody who might be in the narcissist way. And they support the narcissist in various schemes, regardless of how immoral or unjust they might be. And these ride or die enablers, they can come in the form of a spouse, a parent, a sibling, a colleague, a friend, or even an acquaintance turned into a devout follower. You name it. Narcissists, they are fickle creatures. They love shiny objects, and they love to replace those shiny objects just as swiftly as they obtained them. They pit people against one another to make people jealous and cause people to compete for the narcissist's attention and the narcissist approval. They become easily distracted by new victims and sources of supply who can heighten their status, their reputation, and their wealth. So we have the famous scapegoat, and this is probably the most important role, the target that is used as the emotional punching bag for both the narcissist and the cult. And the scapegoat, they're persecuted in many different ways, subjected to smear campaigns. They are usually at the center of all the triangulation, where the narcissist neglects and ignores them while praising other members of the cult. They feel invisible, they're disposable. They may serve as the site of blame for all of the narcissist's failures they project upon them. And what you have to remember, however, is that any one of these members at any point can become a scapegoat, and all they would need to do really is outlive their perceived usefulness to the narcissist within the role that they're currently in, or challenge or threaten the narcissist in any way, or simply dare to exist. So many formerly love bomb targets, they can turn into the scapegoat and become re-idealized and put back on the pedestal in that abuse cycle based on these arbitrary needs of the narcissist. And if you've found yourself ensnared inside of a narcissistic cult or a harem of any kind, hold steadfast to the reality of this situation. And to the emotionally infantile narcissist, you have to know you're nothing but a puppet and a doll that the narcissist picks up and puts down from time to time to play with when he or she gets bored. And to the harem, you are nothing too. How the narcissist treats you, it isn't personal in the sense that their exploitative, callous behavior is not your fault. So these people in the harem, most of them get discarded as well. And then, some of the old toys are picked up and used again, and new toys are always brought in to keep a narcissist's playtime more interesting. So in order to defeat the puppet master, you must be willing to see the narcissist for who he or she truly is and cut the strings for good. My name is Sara Ann Brown, and this is Narcissistic Abuse 101.